that feeling when you're trying to keep your finger on the pulse of AI, but it feels more like trying to catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
You're eager to understand what's next, but the sheer volume of news can feel less like enlightenment and more like, well, information overload.
Precisely. It's a tidal wave of progress, isn't it? And our aim today is to sort of navigate the crests and troughs, identify the most significant waves of innovation.
Welcome to the deep dive. Consider us your expert scuba team, ready to explore the depths of the latest AI revelations. Today, we're plunging into the wealth of information that emerged from Google I/O 25. We've looked at the keynotes, the demos.
Synthesized insights from the experts there, too. Think of this as your curated expedition.
Right.
We're not just charting the territory. We're highlighting the landmarks that, truly matter and explaining their significance for the journey ahead.
Our mission, to bring you the most significant and, frankly, the most captivating insights into the future of AI. And crucially, its practical impact on your world. We'll be dissecting everything from the dramatic advancements in AI model capabilities to the emergence of intelligent agents, personalized AI, and breakthroughs in creative tools and XR.
Lots to cover.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's begin by looking at the fundamental engine driving all these advancements, the AI models themselves. The speed of progress here has been, well, truly remarkable.
Remarkable is an understatement. Some of the numbers they shared were, frankly, jaw-dropping. Let's start with Gemini. Its capabilities have apparently seen an enormous surge. They mentioned an ELO score increase of over 300 points since the initial Gemini Pro. That's a substantial leap, right?
It is indeed. I mean, to put that in perspective, the ELO score is the system originally for chess, right?
Right.
So applying it to AI gives us a quantitative measure of their ability on complex tasks. A 300-point increase, that suggests a major step forward.
So better problem solving.
Exactly. It's not just a number. It signifies the AI can tackle problems that were previously, well, out of reach. Think maybe advanced medical diagnosis or climate modeling, things like that.
And it gets even more impressive. Gemini 2.5 Pro apparently dominated the El Marino leaderboard, just swept it.
Yeah.
And in coding benchmarks like WebDev Arena, it didn't just win, it surpassed the previous version by a whopping 142 ELO points.
That's like smashing a record. And what's interesting there isn't just the score, but what it implies.
Which is?
Excelling in coding benchmarks like that means the model can generate more sophisticated, reliable, efficient code. That's huge for developers. Faster cycles, better apps.
Speaking of developers, Gemini seems to be gaining real traction. They highlighted Cursor, the AI code editor. Gemini's the fastest growing model there this year. Hundreds of thousands of lines of accepted code every minute.
That level of adoption really underscores the practical value. It's not just benchmarks. It's developers finding it genuinely useful day to day. Real productivity gains.
Then there was the somewhat unexpected announcement. Gemini completed Pokemon Blue.
Right, the whole game.
All the badges, Victory Road, the Elite Four, the lot. They even joked about artificial Pokemon intelligence. Sounds fun, but what does that actually tell us?
Well, on the surface, it's playful, yeah.
Yeah.
But think about what it takes. Strategic planning, problem solving, understanding game mechanics, long-term thinking.
Okay, yeah.
Completing the whole game shows it can learn and adapt in a complex, unpredictable system.
Yeah.
Kind of mirrors real-world decision-making challenges, suggests broader capability.
Okay, so the models are getting smarter and more capable. But what's the underlying tech making this possible? They mentioned 7th Gen TPU Ironwood. Sounds intense.
That's Google's custom hardware for AI computations. Ironwood is a 10-fold performance increase over the last gen.
Yeah.
Delivers 42.5 exaflops per pod.
Exaflops.
Think a billion calculations per second. It's immense power. That's what lets them train and run these complex models efficiently.
10 times the performance. Wow. And apparently it's not just raw power. It's also better cost effectiveness.
Exactly. Improved price performance.
Yeah.
And a massive jump in token processing, 9.7 trillion, up to 480 trillion monthly tokens in just 1 year.
What does that mean for, us or developers?
It means more accessibility, bigger scale. Better price performance means advanced AI costs less. More tokens mean longer, richer interactions.
Okay.
Think of tokens like building blocks of language. More capacity means more complex conversations with the AI without hitting those old limits.
And it seems developers are really jumping on board. Over 7 million using the Gemini API. That's 5 times more than last year.
Yeah, and Vertex AI usage, their platform jumped 40 times.
Oh.
It really highlights this vibrant ecosystem growing around these models. Developers are building new things, integrating Gemini everywhere. It fuels more innovation.
Even everyday users are feeling it more. The Gemini app, 400 million monthly active users now.
That's huge.
And strong engagement with the newer 2.5 model's 45% usage increase. Plus, AI overviews in Google Search are hitting over 1.5 billion users monthly.
It just underscores how AI is weaving into our digital lives. Features like AI overviews fundamentally change how people get information. Quick summaries right in the search results.
And speaking of search, they previewed AI mode as the next big evolution. That sounds significant. What should we expect there?
Well, they'll share more details soon, but the announcement suggests a much deeper, more comprehensive AI-powered search. Seems like it's moving beyond summaries to maybe more dynamic, agent-like stuff in the search interface itself.
Okay, so foundational tech is racing ahead. Smarter, more accessible models. Now let's explore some applications. Google Beam, that sounds like something straight out of Star Trek.
Huh? Yeah, a bit. It's the next step from Project Starline.
Right, Starline.
Beam uses multiple cameras to capture you from lots of angles. Then AI processes it all, renders a realistic 3D image on a special light field display.
With head tracking.
Yeah, really precise head tracking. The goal is more immersive natural video call, like you're actually in the same room.
Near-perfect head tracking in real time sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah.
And they're partnering with HP, early devices later this year.
Seems so. It really feels like a leap beyond current video conferencing. That sense of presence could change remote connection, work, personal life.
Makes sense. And some Starline tech is already filtering down real-time speech translation in Google Meet.
Yeah, initially English and Spanish, more languages coming, breaking down language barriers in video calls. That's potentially transformative for global teams.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on. Project Astra and Gemini love this idea of a universal AI assistant that sees the world through your phone camera. They showed some funny examples, like it mistaking a truck for a convertible.
Right. Astra is that cutting-edge research into a truly multimodal assistant. Integrating it with Gemini Live, giving it camera and screen access, lets it see and react to your environment.
So the funny mistakes show
Both the progress in visual understanding and, well, the challenge is still remaining to get perfect interpretation,
But even with those hiccups, the potential seems huge. Job interview practice, feedback on marathon form, just interacting with AI about what you see.
Exactly.
And it's rolling out now on Android and iOS. That's fast.
It is. Puts this advanced tech in a lot of hands very quickly. Lets users explore practical uses, which provides crucial real-world feedback for development.
Now let's talk about getting things done. Project Mariner and Agent Mode. An AI interacting with the web, taking actions for you. Sounds useful. Maybe a bit concerning.
You're right. AI agents acting autonomously raises questions about control, security. But the potential is enormous. Mariner is a research prototype showing advancements here.
Like handling multiple tasks and learning by example.
Yeah, up to 10 tasks simultaneously, and that teach and repeat feature where it learns from user demos.
And these capabilities are coming to developers via the Gemini API. Select testers already have it.
Right, with broader access this summer. It feels like the foundation for a new wave of AI applications, automating tasks, streamlining workflows.
We also saw a preview of Agent Mode in the Gemini app itself. Finding apartments with specific criteria, scheduling tours. That sounds like a real time saver.
Coming soon experimentally for subscribers.
It feels like AI moving beyond just answering questions to actively managing things for us.
That's a key evolution. From passive info retrieval to active task completion. The apartment example, perfect illustration of automating tedious stuff.
Personal context, another compelling idea. Gemini using info across your Google apps, with permission, of course.
Absolutely. User consent, privacy, control are paramount here. The goal is to make AI interactions much more relevant by leveraging your existing info.
That personalized smart reply example in Gmail was striking. Using notes, emails, itineraries for road trip advice.
It really showed how accessing that context allows the AI to generate super personalized, helpful replies. Saves time, most communication better, and captures your style too.
And this is coming to Gmail this summer for subscribers. With potential for search, docs later, feels like AI getting a much deeper understanding of you.
Exactly. Moving beyond generic interactions to experiences tailored to your needs. More like a helpful extension of yourself.
Let's circle back to the core models. Gemini 2.5 Pro called their most intelligent ever, leading in coding, general knowledge. And Gemini Flash, the efficient one. Updated 2.5 Flash now apparently ranks just behind Pro on El Marina. The pace is just relentless.
It really is. They're pushing boundaries with Pro, but also making powerful AI more accessible and cost-effective with Flash. Flash, being a close second on a tough benchmark, shows amazing progress in efficiency without huge performance trade-offs.
And both are becoming generally available soon. Flash early June, Pro soon after, plus new developable features for 2.5.
Yeah, quite a few useful ones. Improved text-to-speech with multi-speaker support.
2 voices, 24 plus languages.
Right. Strengthened security against prompt injections, thought summaries for transparency.
Seeing the AI's thinking.
Kind of. More insight into its reasoning. Also, efficiency gains in Flash and thinking budgets for cost and latency control. Seems like they're really listening to developers.
Definitely feels that way, addressing practical needs, not just raw power.
Exactly. Things like better TTS are crucial for conversational AI. Transparency, efficiency, cost vital for real-world apps.
The demo of 2.5 Pro generating code for web apps from like hand-drawn sketches, that was something else.
Yeah, from a basic visual concept to functioning 3D code in minutes. That really lowers the barrier for creation.
This multimodal thing, understanding visuals, translating to code, feels like a big step for AI as a creative partner.
It really could democratize development, let more people bring digital ideas to life.
And then adding interactive elements, native audio using 2.5 Flash, showed how easy it is to enrich these creations. Plus, Jules, the AI coding agent in public beta.
Right, Jules handles complex tasks in existing code bases, like updating dependencies, fixing bugs across files.
Like having a super skilled assistant always on call.
Pretty much. It tackles those time-consuming maintenance tasks, freeing up developers for more innovative work. Integrates with GitHub, too.
Gemini Diffusion, this experimental text model for faster generation.
Yeah, a different approach. Uses diffusion techniques, aiming for much faster speeds. They said 5x faster than 2.0 Flashlight, but matching its coding performance.
Wow. That speed could unlock new real-time uses, couldn't it?
Definitely. The parallel generation it enables promises much lower latency, critical for things like instant conversational AI. Still testing, but promising.
And then there's Deep Think mode for 2.5 Pro, pushing the absolute limits.
Right. Designed for maximum performance, it scored impressively on really tough benchmarks like USAMO math problems, live code bench.
Strong multimodal scores, too.
It's about exploring the upper limits of 2.5 Pro's capability by throwing more compute and advanced techniques at it, but also focusing heavily on frontier safety evaluations before wider release.
Makes sense. It'll go to trusted testers via the API first.
Yep.
This long-term vision of a world model, an AI that plans and imagines by simulating the world.
That's a huge goal in AI research. Building on their history with AlphaGo, StarCraft, the Genie 2 model for generating interactive 3D environments.
Right.
The aim is AI that understands the world more holistically, not just reacting, but planning, predicting, simulating possibilities. You see hints of it emerging, like understanding physics in the VO video model.
And Gemini Robotics, teaching robots tasks. It all seems to converge on the Gemini app as this universal AI assistant.
Exactly. Personal, proactive, powerful. Building on Project Astra's real-time understanding, video, screen sharing, memory, natural voice controlling your computer.
It's not just answering questions anymore. It's anticipating needs, helping manage life.
That's the vision. A deeply integrated assistant simplifying daily tasks.
And they detailed 5 big updates to the Gemini app to push this forward.
Right. Gemini Live, first more interactive, natural conversations, 45+ languages.
Camera and screen sharing included free.
Yeah, on Android and iOS. Plus, upcoming connections to Calendar, Maps, Keep, Tasks.
Then deep research letting you upload your own files. That was a top request, apparently.
Huge. With future integration with Drive and Gmail. And transforming research into web pages, infographics, quizzes, even podcasts via something called Canvas.
Wow. Third, Gemini and Chrome AI in the desktop browser, understanding page context.
Like comparing reviews on a page. Rolling out to subscribers in the US.
Fourth, Imagen 4 for image generation. A big leap forward, they said.
Richer colors, fine details, better text, much faster 10x speed, and in-app editing.
And fifth, Veo 3, state-of-the-art video generation.
Improved visuals, better physics understanding, and now native audio generation, sound effects, dialogue.
That's a massive set of updates, making Gemini much more versatile across all media.
Exactly. Text, voice, image, video, more powerful, adaptable tool, and the integration with other Google services strengthens it further.
Speaking of creators, the generative AI tools are exciting. Music AI Sandbox, Lyria for musicians, Lyria 2 now generating high-fidelity music with vocals.
Yeah, available for enterprises, YouTube creators, musicians. The live demo with Toro y Moi really showed its potential, augmenting human creativity in music.
The focus on detecting AI content with SynthID is crucial too, isn't it?
Absolutely. As AI media gets more realistic, reliable identification is essential for trust, dealing with misinformation, IP rights.
Over 10 billion items watermarked already, and the new SynthID detector for images, audio, text, video.
Vital steps for fostering a trustworthy environment.
The collaboration with Darren Aronofsky, Eliza McNitt's Ancestra using VO, blending live action and AI video, pushing storytelling boundary.
It really highlights the transformative potential in creative arts. VO opens up totally new visual possibilities,
The new filmmaker features in VO for consistency character, scene style, plus precise camera control.
giving creators more fine-grained control is key.
Then they unveiled Flow, a new AI filmmaking tool combining VO, Imagen, Gemini.
Designed specifically for creatives. Easy upload, scene building with prompts, consistency features, extending clips, integrating with editing software, even Lyria for sound.
Feels like it could democratize filmmaking significantly, streamlining the whole process.
That's the aim, making high-quality video creation faster and more accessible.
They also announced new subscription plans, Google AI Pro, global now.
Yeah, full suite, higher limits, special features, includes the Pro Gemini app,
And Google AI Ultra, initially US, global soon.
highest limits, earliest access, includes 2.5 Pro DeepThink, first access to Flow with VO3, plus YouTube Premium, more storage.
So, different tiers based on need and desire for the cutting edge.
Right, catering to everyone from casual users needing enhanced help to power users and developers wanting the absolute latest.
Now, AI in the physical world, Gemini expanding to watches, cars, TVs, and Android XR, a new platform for XR devices, headsets, glasses. Built with Samsung, optimized for Snapdragon, with Qualcomm.
This really signals that vision of ubiquitous AI,
Yeah.
seamlessly integrated everywhere. Android XR lays the groundwork for immersive, context-aware AR and VR.
Gemini integrated into Android XR headsets. Samsung's Project Muhan for an infinite screen. Google Maps XR MLB app.
Yeah, showing how AI powers these new experiences.
And the glasses. Lightweight, all-day wear, camera, mics, optional display, phone integration.
Aiming for practicality.
The backstage demo of the glasses at I.O. was pretty wild. Searching what you see, AI remembering details, booking events from your view.
Navigation overlays, real-time translation, Hindi to English, Farsi to English.
Completely hands-free assistance. And partnerships with Gentle Monster Warby Parker for stylish frames. That feels crucial.
Absolutely. Addressing aesthetics and wearability is key for wider adoption, making AR practical and appealing. Developer availability later this year.
Okay, finally, Google Search. Reimagined with AI.
A huge part of the announcements.
They highlighted how people are asking longer, more complex questions now.
Right. Which led to AI mode, a total reimagining of search with Gemini 2.5 at its core, rolling out in the US starting today.
Key features: dynamic UI, conversational follow-ups.
That query fan-out technique for deeper web searches, integration with Knowledge Graph, Shopping Graph, Maps data.
And self-checking for quality.
Yeah, built-in mechanisms. It's a fundamental shift, leveraging Gemini 2.5 for a smarter, more comprehensive search. The fan-out explores beyond just top results for nuance.
And upcoming features in AI Mode Labs sound powerful. Personalized suggestions using search history, connected apps.
Personal context coming to search this summer. Gmail integration for restaurant event recommendations based on your emails.
Deep search for thorough, cited research reports.
Complex data analysis and visualization, too. They showed sports examples, like batting averages graphed right there.
Integrating Project Mariner's agent capabilities. Finding cheap event tickets.
Yes, moving towards search actually doing things for you.
And Search Live bringing Project Astra's live camera into AI mode.
For real-time visual help, DIY repairs, homework problems. Point your camera and ask.
It really feels like they're pulling out all the stops to reinvent search. More proactive, personalized, capable.
Definitely. Handling a much wider range of tasks.
The shopping enhancements, too. Combining visual inspiration from images with the shopping graph.
Over 50 billion listings. Offering personalized recommendations, helpful follow-ups.
And that virtual try-on for clothes, using a custom AI model.
Trained just for fashion. Uses your photo to show how clothes fold, stretch, drape realistically.
Plus agentic checkout, price tracking, auto purchase with Google Pay, streamlining the whole journey.
Making it more intuitive, efficient, satisfying. The custom fashion model shows that specialized approach.
And a custom version of Gemini 2.5 is coming to both AI overviews and AI mode later this week.
That's incredibly fast deployment of their frontier model right into the core search experience for billions. Signals real acceleration.
Lastly, the AI for social good examples were really inspiring.
They really were.
Fire sat near real-time wildfire detection using AI and satellite imagery.
Detecting fires as small as 270 square-feet, updated every 20 months eventually. Huge potential.
Wing drone deliveries with Walmart and Red Cross during Hurricane Helene, supported by AI.
Providing disaster relief quickly. Powerful stuff.
And the partnership with Era, using Astra Tech to help people with blindness or low vision connect to visual interpreters.
These examples really drive home the positive impact AI can have. Environmental monitoring, disaster response, accessibility, improving lives. A transformative force for good.
So, wrapping up, key themes seem to be the incredible speed of AI innovation,
Absolutely.
the deep integration across everything Google and into new form factors like XR,
Becoming pervasive.
a huge focus on personalization and making AI truly helpful,
Moving beyond just information to assistance.
and that potential to tackle really big societal challenges.
Definitely. We saw surprising new capabilities, a clear path towards more personal, proactive AI woven into daily life. Empowering developers and users is key too.
This deep dive certainly had some aha moments, didn't it? The sheer scope is extraordinary.
Indeed. It's a clear demonstration of the intensity in AI R&D right now, a compelling glimpse of a future where AI plays an increasingly central role.
And for you, our listener, thanks for joining us on this exploration for staying informed. AI is evolving so fast, your dedication to understanding it is really valuable.
Yeah, we encourage you to explore the areas that caught your interest. There's so much more detail out there.
And on that note, here's a final thought for you to consider. Reflect on which of these advancements, the model improvements, immersive communication, personal assistance, creative tools, XR, smarter search, which one holds the potential to most significantly reshape your own life or your field of interest in the coming years?
It feels like the evolution is just beginning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're only starting to see the profound effects this technology will have.